What's up? It's your boy Reemus and welcome back to the Superior Code, which is us figuring out the superior versions of ourselves as men and women. We want to understand gender dynamics better so we can use that information to empower ourselves, right? And today we're talking about why would a woman take a man back after cheating? And it seems that women do this way more than men do it the other way around. There's a science to this. There's a reason for this. You'll often see a woman who has been with a guy and he's been cheating on her and she'll keep taking him back constantly. And people say, oh, why does she keep taking him back? Why does she keep taking him back? She's getting treated like this, she's getting treated like that. Oftentimes, the only response that the woman will have in the end is, but I love him, you know? Or, oh, we're gonna have a family, or we have a family, we have children together. I actually think that's just a scapegoat and a reason she's given to try make sense of it, but unconsciously, subconsciously, it really is just down to the fact that her genetics, her feeling, her DNA, her emotions are telling her to bind to this guy. Because the truth is, many men are left by women who they have kids with, and they don't care about that stuff when they want to leave you. So it's not really about that. But people look on it and they get confused. They say, well, I don't understand it, blah, blah, blah. That's because you're looking from a purely logical perspective that isn't even coming from a deep sense of information about the context of why that would happen. You're missing the total reasons why a man is with a woman and why a woman is with a man. It's interesting too because a lot of the girls that end up staying in relationships where they get cheated on, they also are the same type to hate the idea of non-monogamy or hate the idea of sharing their man. You'll hear a woman say all the time, I ain't sharing no man. Most of you are sharing men. Like, that's the facts of the matter, because this is in his nature, and we're gonna, talk about why this is so. So I have many examples where a girl will say to me when I'm explaining this stuff, but let's say I know she's been dealing with a guy, and I'm just saying, look, there are certain, the masculine body is designed in a certain way, so you have to figure that out, and you have to realize that this is a reality. And they're like, no, well, I don't want to listen to that. They're kind of like, oh, I don't want to listen. I'm not the type to share, I'm too jealous, blah, blah, blah. And then they end up getting cheated on anyway, and then they stay. It's like, I'm trying to tell you. And the reason I'm trying to tell you is not so that I can okay and justify a guy saying that he's going to do this and then he does another thing. I'm really saying it so that you can actually have more control over yourself. More control over the situation. Because if you understand the reality, then you can have some control. But if you deny it, then you really just put it up to chance that the guy's going to just hide and deny. But anyway, there's an evolutionary explanation as to why women take men back, but a man will dump a woman, right, if she done something small. There's always that joke going on like social media, like he's cheated like 20 times, but he leaves her when she hugs her work boyfriend or something like that, right? There's always that joke. So people have this understanding. It's all to do with reproduction. When a man gets with a woman, because he can't reproduce himself, he's really getting with her, not like consciously, oh, I want to get with her for this reason, but on a subconscious level, the fundamental reason why that relationship benefits his existence or his genetics is because it allows him to put his DNA in her. She's going to recreate his DNA and have his child. But the thing is, she has one womb. So she can't recreate many guys' DNA at a time. She has to have it one at a time. And when that man's DNA is inside of her, she's monopolized. Her womb is monopolized for the next year. Because even after 9 months, she's not really supposed to have a baby straight away. Her body goes through so many things. This is the context of really the point of a relationship from the man's perspective. Now, for the woman, she also wants genes. But she isn't just going for genes, she's going for so much more, because under natural and primal conditions, she needs more than just sex to survive. She needs his commitment. She needs him sticking with him so that he can give and share his resources to her, his strength, his intelligence and strategic planning. All of these things help her to survive. Whereas he, and the trade-off is that he will trade those things for her reproductivity. So he gives her experience and she gives up her sexuality. That's really what it is. So this is the reason why a man's more likely to be distressed at the idea of his woman physically cheating. But a lot of men will not, like, they'll easily take a girl back for emotionally cheating, but sexually cheating or physically cheating, it's off the table. But it's the other way around for the woman. So if her man sexually cheats on her, but he says things like, oh, it was just a one-time thing, she means nothing, as long as he doesn't go too beta while he's saying that stuff, too weak, too soft, she will often say, oh, okay, you're on your last chance, you gotta make it up to me though, all of this stuff. But she really knew she was gonna take him back anyway, because, well, when she gets cheated on sexually, she doesn't really lose any of the things that she was there for. She's not losing his reproductivity because he can still reproduce with her, and she's not losing her emotional connection with that man simply because of the physical cheating. It's only that she thinks, oh, if he physically gets with her, what if emotionally he commits to her and then he doesn't want to commit to me anymore? But it's just funny because all of this, like, feelings are coming from some fake like a mythical belief that people are monogamous and humans are not monogamous and men are not designed to be that way. But anyway, yeah, him having sex with another person doesn't necessarily mess up her plans in terms of what she wants from him, because she wants emotional intimacy, attention, resources, him helping her in so many different ways. And this doesn't excuse cheating, because as we know and we say on this channel, a man is defined by the truth. Cheating is deceptive, so it's not truthful, so it's not manly. But we can say that when you try to fight male nature, you're not going to win that battle. You're just not. So many of these men, they're just going to do it in secret, and they believe that, you know, they're supposed to be monogamous too, so they try to live up to that expectation, but they ultimately just fail because it literally goes against the design of God, design of nature. You cannot take on God, you cannot take on nature, and you won't be successful. So what happens is he makes these pleas, he ends up doing it anyway, and she just consistently takes him back. And people say it's unfair because the man doesn't give her any leniency, but from the perspective of evolutionary science and psychology, it makes sense, because if he does allow her to do that behavior, he gets cuckolded. She has another man's baby, and potentially he's used his resources and the benefits of his manhood and his social status, and all of these things are getting spent on raising another man's genetics. So that's the reason why a woman is much more likely to take back a man after she's been cheated on several times, but a man is much more strict when it comes to the other way around. But comment down below, let Reemus know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.